Opposed. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And that last speech from the Green Party, I'm sure he would have referred to at 10 minutes so that we could actually have heard his reasoning behind why the Green Party has such a problem with the IMF. But I think what it does indicate is that the Green Party just doesn't have any concept of economic reality. They don't understand what is required in a modern economy. They live in a cocoon of some world of economic legitimacy that they believe in, and really they need to wake up and smell the roses and work out that you actually need to earn money these days, and a country needs to go out there and to pay its way in the world, and a country can do that environmentally friendly as well. It doesn't have to revert to communism and to put everybody at one level and think that the world will change for them. Well, that's the Green Party philosophy, and I'd like to see them show us an example of where that Green Party philosophy has worked in the world at any point in time in world history, let alone now. And I'm sure there are many examples where it's been tried and they are riddled with failure, because it is not the way that the world works, and it's not the way that human nature works. And the Green Party says that National and Labour are essentially the same, with a neoliberal agenda, to term it the way that the Green Party does. Well, that's just yeah, I'm certainly not liberal. And so to term it that way is completely inappropriate. But what we do see is that the world needs to wake up, and I think and the message that you can't come out of what you're seeing in elections in places like France and that and through Europe at the moment is still, I think, a failure to recognise the place that the world has changed, and that the modern economies of the world that are stronger are those that are based on core economic fundamentals of growing their economies, earning revenue and not borrowing too much. And those strong economies like India and China that are coming through as proposed in their commitments to the IMF certainly will indicate that, and the numbers speak for themselves, and the rhetoric and idealism of the Green Party certainly does not favour that. This is, what was that from New Zealand Fast? China's a communist nation. That's what the New Zealand First Party. Well, in a party that likes dictatorships anyway, it's quite interesting that it comes from the New Zealand First Party. But China is a very successful economy, and it has a very open market on the ground. And you'd find that if you had a look at the Chinese economy. But, Mr. Speaker, this bill is something that's important for New Zealand going forward. It's something that, as a Parliament, we have wide-ranging support, which is good. The IMF isn't the silver arrow that will going to save the world. The IMF is a body which is part of the integral nature of our world economy. It has a role to play. It will not be big enough or strong enough to save this world, though. What we need to avoid any economic issues is good, sound economic management in each country. And the New Zealand National Government, along with our political supporting parties, have delivered that good, sound economic management, and that is what will be the success of countries going forward. It will be the factor which will determine the successful economies of the next decade or so, and countries which do not undertake that successful reform of their economy and good solid management will pay the price in time to come. And the environmental prospects of those countries is much worse than those that actually take the right steps at this time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. Aye. The ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
8 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
3 votes opposed.
Mana.
1 opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
The ayes are 103, the noes are 18. The motion is agreed to.
International Finance Agreements Amendment Bill, first reading.
The question is that the International Finance Agreements Amendment Bill be considered by the Finance and Expenditure Committee. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Call on Government Order of the Day number 2.
Child Support